The man shut his eyes in fear, and the flashlight fell to the ground because he saw a huge dinosaur skeleton using a hose to rinse its mouth. The sound of the flashlight falling attracted the dinosaur's attention. It let out a roar and rushed toward the man. Frightened, the man turned and ran. He hurriedly hiding behind the front desk and calling a coworker to ask what to do. But the coworker was at a party and couldn't hear him clearly, only telling him to look at the employee handbook. The man quickly picked up the handbook, but the dinosaur had already found him. The first rule in the handbook was, throw a bone.
What bone?
He immediately picked up a bone and threw it out. The dinosaur chased after the bone, and the man took the chance to escape. But as soon as he reached the door, the dinosaur stopped him again, threw the bone back to his feet, and then lay on the ground like a dog acting cute. Only then did the man understand that the dinosaur just wanted to play, so he threw the bone again. As a result, the running dinosaur swept him away with its tail. He slid down from the stairs and saw that on the second floor there was a mammoth on the left, and a rhino and an eagle on the right. At this moment, the man only wanted to leave here as soon as possible. But after just a few steps, a group of primitive people holding firestones blocked him. The man looked confused for a moment, and quickly turned and ran away. At this time, the Moai statue in front called out to him, wanting a piece of candy. While the man was talking to it, shouting suddenly came from behind. A group of Huns holding axes chased toward him. He hurried into the elevator and successfully avoided danger. Then when he reached the first floor, he found that a civil war was taking place here. After he finally escaped the battlefield, he found that the next rule in the employee handbook was to close the lion enclosure. But when he arrived, the lions had already come out. He had no choice but to run, and at the last moment he closed the door, finally preventing the lions from running out. But when closing the door, he found that his keys had been stolen by a monkey. He called the monkey over, but just as he got the keys back, the monkey bit his nose. He used all his strength to finally break free. Then the man just wanted to find a place to rest, but when he looked down, he found many tiny people had already tied up his feet. With one pull from them, he fell to the ground. Then a group of cowboys rode in on horses, threw ropes over him, fixed him in place, and waited for the train in the cave to pass. Then the train rushed in at high speed, heading straight toward his head. But the train overturned, and the man was not hurt at all. He broke free and stood up, but in front of him the floor was densely covered with Roman soldiers. Instantly, countless rockets and stones flew toward him. At this moment, President Roosevelt arrived in time and helped him, and he finally escaped from here. Then the two came to the mummy exhibition hall. Roosevelt told him that it was the pharaoh's golden tablet in front of them that made everything in the museum come to life, but only at night. At the same time, he also revealed that if any exhibit left the museum, then when daylight came, they would turn into ashes. At this moment, the morning sunlight shone into the museum, everything returned to their original positions, and the man's first night in the museum ended like this.